Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, I don't even know if this is really a question or more a statement. Marlena Evans' final days on Days of Our Lives. Now, I say that in kind of a tongue-in-cheek sort of way, because let's be honest, this woman has been on the show for eons. We'll just sit there and say. But I think tomorrow is just going to be it. I think tomorrow is the final day um, that she's going to be just done. The great Nikisha Mora is in the chat. Black Mon, how you doing tonight? Monique is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining, Monique. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Mel, how you doing tonight? I'm doing good, Nikisha. I'm doing good. I was annoyed yesterday. I was so annoyed, and then it turned out that on the yesterday's episode, it wasn't playing for anyone on Hulu. Like it literally was not playing for anyone on Hulu. So I was so annoyed. Um, how are you doing now, Nikisha? I'm doing good, Black Man. I'm doing good. I was annoyed yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, I was annoyed yesterday. Makai's in the chat was good. Um, but I'm going to get a cable box next Wednesday. So I'm happy about that. Oh, Ruth, we're talking about it all. Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, all of them. We're talking about all four of them. I just always put up a question whenever I do these reviews. I mean, whenever I'm doing these live streams, it could be about General, it could be about Days. We're going to be talking about all of them now. Of course, you did Malquest. Now, Monique says, is the actress final days on? Oh, no, just her character. And she's not even really going to be gone. You know, they're going to kill her off, but they're going to bring them back eventually. Um, so that's why I put that up there. No, and she ain't going nowhere. Deidre Hall is not leaving Days of Our Lives anytime soon. So her character will be back. But they killed off Kate and Kayla. So, you know, eventually they were gonna sit there and do Marlena. It just seemed like they taken their slow, sweet time. Mel says the only thing sang on Days of Our Lives was Brady getting Kristen arrested. Hmm. Yeah, honestly, tell you the truth, I can't really think of anything else that happened. Well, there was probably some other stuff. I just can't remember it. Nikisha today, I really wanted Carly to admit she really wanted Nina to suffer. Yeah, exactly. I just, she kept being on this high horse about, oh wow, I did it for Wiley and Michael and Willow. I did it to protect them. No, you might have sat there and used that as some sort of crutch or whatever. But let's be honest, you did that for revenge. What's good, Janet? Thank you for joining tonight. Ruth says Willow saved. You mean Nina saved Will? Is that what you mean? Oh, also, I think I might have found a workaround. I think I might have found a workaround. Um, Actually, I think I might have found two workarounds with the whole joining thing as far as being a YouTube member. Um, when I did my Bold and Beautiful review, at the end, you know how at the end of a video they suggest like another kind of video. Um, so I did that, and I did a video for members as far as the whole Cindy Watts thing, but I put that up there. And so I figure if people will click on that video, it'll take them to a point where you have to, hit the join button because it's not on there when if you're looking right now, it's not on there unless you got like a Andrew phone or Andrew Android phone or laptop or a desktop. Yeah, thank you, Janet. I figure it's some sort of workaround. So I want to sit there and test this to see if it works and try to get some feedback from even if you don't join, I want to see if the link works to where you can join. Because at least if that works, then I can do that. How you doing tonight, Jessica? Victoria is in the chat. Yeah, I got Janet, got to sit there and try to be a little creative. You got to practically pull a MacGyver because YouTube is clearly not interested in fixing anything. Kai Wynn is in the chat. Was good. Mo says KK and Marlena having this. Yeah, exactly, Mo. That's exactly how I figure it's gonna. That's how exactly how I figure it's gonna go. Yeah, Janet. It's so annoying. The thing that's even more annoying is that they don't want you to, you know what I'm saying? Like Patreon and stuff like that, they don't really want that. They want to keep stuff in house. So I'm like, okay, I'm doing that because I want it to be more convenient for my subscribers, but you're not really helping me out with that. So Carlin says that is thinking about Josh Gordon. Who is Josh Gordon? What are you talking about? Monique says when Carly told Michael she did it to protect Willow, he should have said like you did. Ooh. Wow, that's a good one. That's a good one, Monique. Daisy Flowers in the chat. Sunny hasn't evolved. Hmm, I guess. I guess. So yeah, I broke down and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get a cable box because I'm not dealing with that. Um, the site that I usually go on, it's not there anymore. Karen is in the chat. Was good. Um, the site that I go on is not there anymore. Okay, so you're gonna sit there and show me a commercial for. You are just working my nerves. Mel says, "We'll had it." What? When is this, Mel? I mean, it's clearly before I started watching it. Really, really started watching it. Oh, good. Let's see if it works. Queen of the South was good. It's funny, Queen of the South actually. Well, just to let everyone know. Um, Now Nikisha said, "Just try it. It took me to your channel. It still doesn't show the join button." Yeah, actually, to tell you the truth, I did. Oh, you mean the? Oh, I got. Okay, I'm gonna do that next. I was trying to find that little way of working a little workaround, but clearly that doesn't work. So, but yeah, no, thank you for letting me know, Nikisha. It still doesn't take you to the join button. That's so weird. But then how? I mean, okay, I don't understand. Yeah, it is, Tracy. It is. It is. Um, well, no, is cable cheaper than a Hulu package? Yeah, it is. I had to think about that for a minute, but it is, Tracy. Colin says yes. How's Josh? I don't know what that means. It's funny actually. Queen herself. So when I was watching, yeah, for everyone, when I was watching, I was trying to watch General Hospital on YouTube. I saw Queen herself, and we were enjoying the episode until it rewinded back to like 20. After like 29 minutes, it just rewind back. So it sucked. Now Nikki says maybe it'll work for others, but it just takes me to your channel. So Nikisha, so the video takes you to okay, but Nikisha, you can't play the video, is that it? I don't understand. So you can't play the video. I mean it should take you to the video though, right? Is that it? Because if it takes you to the video and you want to play the video, then it should give you an option to play the video. I'm doing good, Queen of the South. How you doing? No, Ruth said no. I said, what is Liz? Becky D is in the chat. What's good, Becky D? Now Ruth. Now Jessica says, what had Daddy say? He's so sus. Yeah, I mean, I know he seemed, from what I understand, he seemed like he was very pressured because he didn't want to sit there and do a solo. He's used to working with people, and both of them just kept like pushing and pushing and pushing like there was no tomorrow. I didn't get that. Now Ruth said no. I said, what if Liz got girlfriend Liesel Fritz mother was saving widow? Oh, okay. Like what if okay, I got you now. What if Olbrick saved saved how you doing tonight, Richard? What if okay, I understand. So what if Olbrick saves Willow? Like she's a match and not necessarily um Nina. Okay. That's interesting. Double C's in the chat. What's good, Double C? Oh yeah, no, it's hilarious. I'm loving it. Ruth said, actually, do a collab with you and Brock and DC, but I don't know how that will work. Not tech savvy. Hmm. I mean, I mean, I'll talk to Brock about that, but it's not really hard. It's not really hard. You know, it's funny, Double C. I actually saw you in JLJ Media's live stream. Sherry's in the chat. What's good, Sherry? Sherry says, I still wonder if Drew will forgive Carly. I hope not. Time will tell, will it? CW's in the chat. It's gonna take me a minute because whenever I think about the CW, I think about the CW. Mel said Ben killed Will, so he thought, but oh, okay, yeah, that was clear before I started watching it. Now Becky D says I couldn't understand why Portia kept pushing on Hat Daddy. You know, she did it because she wanted to sit there and try to find a workaround to get to see if Trina is she has schizophrenia. But she doesn't want to do a test, so she figures, hey, let me sit there and make sure I diagnose Hat Daddy, and if he's good, then I don't have to worry. That's why she's doing it. Sherry says, what about the previews of Dex bailing from working for Sunny? I didn't see the previews yet. Double C's Albert, I just finished watching your B&B review. You're right about Bills. Exactly, Double C. Exactly. Hey, Double C. Jonathan, how you doing tonight? Jonathan, how you doing tonight? Dolly. Double C. When you watch my review, I put a suggested video to a member's video. Did you see it? Karen is in the chat. What's good, Karen? Ruth said I don't. Karen says Sunny has changed, unfortunately, not for the better. I want the old Sunny. I'm glad you used a shortcut word to that, Ruth. Um, Kyrie says Sonny might not want to hide the knives in his house. His crazy girl said she wants to. Yeah. Solomon was good. Solomon says, Albert, did you hear that vow? Yeah, I did. I did. I saw it on Soap Opera Judges. Eagle Fang's in the chat. Was good, Eagle Fang? Okay, said Trina can't have schizophrenia because Curtis doesn't have the markers. I think Portia just thinks Marshall was McDiarmid's. You think so? Because I feel like she wouldn't be pushing so hard if it wasn't for the Trina angle. Ruth says, "Sorry, you didn't understand what I was saying, or should I call you Flash membership?" I don't. Okay, I don't understand the last part you said. Yeah, Queen of the South. I know, and I can't go to my usual site that I usually watch it on, so I got to get a cable box now. Thank you, Becky D. Thank you. You are my rock star. I appreciate you so much. Um, Eagle fan said, "What's up, Bobby? I think one day Cameron is going to be thankful Spencer being a big bro and watching." Yeah, Yeah, I didn't understand. I did not like that part. Josh said, "Oh, I came in there to get some pie, and I didn't know Cam was working today." Okay, well, Cam is a manager, so most likely he's working. I'm not gonna lie, that was so stupid. That was so dumb. She came in there, and I'm just not there thinking like, what is this chick doing in there? She's like, "Oh, well, my family owns this place. So what? So what? Your family owns this place. Your family owns a lot of places. What does that mean?" Hmm. That's a good point, Nikisha. That's a good point. Um, Johnson says, I guess it's too much to hope that Michael will put brakes on his vendetta against Sonny, but even now, exactly, even now, while his girlfriend is in a hospital, he's still just like, yo, Dex, make sure you still go through with the plan, to take Sonny down. Even though he was being a decent human being to me earlier. Tony D's in the chat. Happy Blurs Day, everyone. What does that mean? Happy Blurs Day. Exactly, Becky D. I, I mean, I will sit there and when Spencer was coming in her face, when Spencer was coming at her, and because I really had to change that wording, um, Josh was like, you're supposed to be my friend also, you know, like I known you since you were 5 or whatever. You're supposed to be my boy as well. So I do understand where Josh was coming from, but no, so it was so laughable when everyone tried to. Oh yeah, no, B&B is my favorite new comedy. B&B, A Bold and Beautiful is my favorite new comedy. Okay, I'm loving it right now. Solomon says, I guess Lucy is about 16 since the new actress is 16. What do you mean? Lucy? Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie, Solomon. I said Lucy. I was like Lucy being 16. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. Josh said, Curry says, I hope Sonny actually retaliates against Michael this time. Well, if he doesn't, he's gonna be looking weak. Kanye is in the chat. What's good, Kanye? Yes, CW. Solomon was sent to tell me that, and what was it? I read it on Soap Opera Digest this morning. Anna is in the chat. Anna says I haven't seen Days for years now. However, I remember when. Yeah, Anna. I haven't watched Days that much, but I mean, like as long as everyone else has. But I'm loving it. Daisy Flowers in the chat. What's good, Daisy Flower? I don't know if I said hi to you. Um, Daisy Flower says, "Why should Josh have to go somewhere else? Her family owns a place." Yeah, and I'm not trying to sound like a dick, but I mean, on one hand, I understand that she shouldn't sit there and have to avoid certain places. But the thing is, the breakup is still new. You know, Jolie said Josh has been trash, talk and insulting Spencer since he came back. She's not a real friend to him. That's kind of true. But the thing is, no, that's true. But I mean, here's the thing, though. She came in there talking about, oh, I just came to get some pie. I didn't know that he was working today. Okay, but he works there. The breakup is still fresh, right? So I understand what Daisy Flowers Smith is saying as well. I don't really care about the whole family part, but I understand that she's basically like she shouldn't have to avoid places just because Cam is there. But the breakup is still fresh. The breakup is still fresh, and you're going there. You could have went to any place. Like, what are you doing? You knew he didn't take it well when you saw him when you left. Before you left, you saw him. So like, are you kidding me right now? I just no. You could have went to any other place, and Spencer, Even though he gets on my nerves sometimes, he was 100% right. What's good, Nate? Thank you for joining. CW says Lucy is Shield's grandmother. Really? So crazy. I wish they would do more crossovers. I really do. WC says you talked about Sunny Wise this room. Double C, let me ask you a question. Um, did it give you an option to join when with the with that video? Did it give you an option to join? Like, did you click on the video and it gave you an option to join? Tony D said Carly is wrong, but can we stop the blaming her ruler's current situation well up? Yeah, no. Yeah, I agree with that totally, Tony. Tony D. I agree with that totally. Um, yeah, I don't even really have anything to say about that. I totally agree with that. Anna says at work, hopefully I can stay for the entire chat. I appreciate, Anna, I appreciate, however long that you're here. So thank you. Thank you for just being here. Yeah, Solomon says Sheila's daughter Daisy. Ah, okay. The Daisy Flower says so she is free to come. Is she free? Oh, she's free to come as she wants. I mean, I'm not. Here's the thing. It's not like she has a bar where it's like she can't come there, whatever, whenever she wants. I'm talking more about tact. Okay, you know that the dude's not good with. He's not doing good with the breakup. Okay, um, have a little compassion, have a little respect for him, instead of saying something as ditzy as. Because come on, Daisy Flower. And this is for everyone else in the chat. Snip there saying, "Well, I didn't know if Cam was working today," is a terrible BS excuse. Okay, it's new. The wounds are still fresh. Give the dude some time to heal. Oh, it didn't. Naniki says, I don't think non-members can see the videos that members are for. All right, I'm gonna have to sit there and try something else. Thank you, thank you, Nikisha, and thank you, Double C. Karen says the minute she found out Willow wanted to find her parent, yeah, no, she should have. I mean, I wouldn't sit there and say, I mean, ego, I wouldn't sit there and say some cold-hearted stuff, but like, come on. I mean, let's be honest. If we're all sitting there looking at this, um, she already was sitting there cheating behind his back, knocking boots with Dex. You can sit there and give the dude some time and not just be so ditzy and be like, oh well, it's my family's place. Like, okay, cool, it's your family's place, but you know what tact is, or is that just like is that vocabulary a little bit too big for her head? I don't get that. Now Victoria says I agree with you, but wait till she goes and her in there holding Dex's hands. Yeah, yeah, that's definitely going to be bad. Now Jessica, yeah, I agree. She could have just gone somewhere else. If anything, just order delivery instead. Exactly. She has so many different options. She has so many different options. So that whole, I didn't think that Cam was working today. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Whatever. Now Dolly says Josh knew Cam was working. Cam is broke single dad up to because Liz doesn't. I mean that's very true, Dolly. That's very true. Even when Spencer was like he works every day, it's like yeah, um, he doesn't have time to just sit there and sit on his tail doing nothing. Like I get it, Josh. Your family's rich. You don't have to really worry about working, but he does. Johnson says, "Say what you want about Sonny," and a lot of what he said today was accurate. It was, but to be fair, Johnson and everyone else, Carly said some stuff that was accurate as well. If we're gonna be honest, can't say I agree. It's about having some compassion and tact. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's not about banning. It's just like use common sense. Okay, Nick. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Actually tell you the truth, Nikisha. I'm gonna actually try to do that tonight for my general hospital review. Thank you. I to tell you the truth, Nikisha, I'm very lucky to have you as a subscriber. If I haven't told you that enough. Anna said Josh was creeping, so she felt a little guilty and gave Cam some space. Not guilt at all. No guilt at all. Only selfishness. Exactly, Monique. I can't wait for that day. I can't wait for that day. Now, Eagle Fang says, "I bet when they bring back Charlotte to the show, Valentine Garrett, will she be a little kid or 18?" I'm not gonna lie. They do tend to. That's a good one. They do tend to. Uh, they do tend to like randomly age up these characters. How you doing tonight, cat lady? Yeah, that's very true, Nikisha. That's very true. That's very true. How you doing tonight, cat lady? No, she could have definitely used some. Exactly, Becky D. You're not gonna have. Oh, Ron is in the chat. What's good, Ron? I'm sorry I didn't see you. It was really funny yesterday when I was talking. My dad was actually in the live stream for a little bit, and I guess he must have said something twice, and I didn't read it. I didn't see it for some odd reason. Um, Thank you, Janet, my rock star. So annoying. I'm gonna try with Nikisha said and see if that works. No, Eagle Fang. I got two more episodes. I got two more episodes, and then I'm actually done, and I'm so sad. You don't understand, Eagle Fang. I think I'm actually. I'll probably watch it on Saturday because I'm just like it goes so fast. I thought it was gonna take longer because of my schedule, but I forgot it was like only a half an hour long. Now Kyrie says she will wake up his third leg. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Well, Eagle fan because I think I'm gonna get Amazon Prime on Saturday, and I want to start watching The Boys. So as sad as I am about Cobra Kai, I know I get to watch something else that's great as well. So I'm happy. Plus, hopefully Saturday I should get paid by YouTube. So Jonathan, that'd be really cool if he is on the show. But of course, it would have to be played by a different actor. As much as I like the other guy, Brian or whatever his name is, I think he's just too busy doing other things now. You know, Dolman, I'm waiting to sit there and see this dangerous version of Stefan. I mean, he's definitely hot headed. I will give him that much. Now, Cat Lady says, "Man, better watch out for Doctor O." Yeah, no, towards the middle part of the episode, um, she was sitting there talking to Austin. She was like, "Yo, what you got? What you got?" Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea, Carries. I mean, Jonathan, I think it'd be a good um idea. CW says, "I think Robert." I'll have to sit there and see how he looks, CW. Now, Catler says, "Can't believe Michael is still going through." Exactly, at the hospital. He's still sitting there doing business at the hospital. Um, it shows something else. But I should tell you, thank you, Double C. Yes, he's returning soon. Actually, Superman Lois is returning in March. So that's the only. Well, okay. There's actually a few shows I'm looking forward to on the CW, and yes, Riverdale is one of them. Memo says, "Here goes Kristen to Black Knight." Yeah, but I mean, come on now. We already knew that was going to happen. But now, Double C, it was actually cool seeing you in the live stream earlier. Well, earlier today, and James live stream. I couldn't stay for the whole thing because I had to sit there and start recording. But someone says question for you. Solomon is okay. So, Guiding Light is not in the same universe as Y&R, right? Are they in the same universe or are they not in the same universe? Justice. Now, Johnson says, yeah, no, Victor, yeah, that would be interesting because Heather's not going to let Dr. O do anything to Esme. I mean, she was already kind of extra yesterday. Then Johnson says Robert was the temporary Michael. Oh, but I don't see him as Morgan. Yeah, that would be a little kind of odd though. Especially even if they did do that, it would be so jolting. Because let's be honest, there was only a handful of people that actually did like that version of Michael. Oh yeah, no, Becky D. Yeah, that's definitely gonna wind up happening. And Dolly says those Alamains are super crazy. I would be scared if I was EJ. Stefan's mom, Vivian, basically act like, "What? Are you serious, Dolly?" Oh, I must have missed on some good stuff. Ron says so. Liam and Wyatt go over to Bill House, demanding that Sheila leaves. Yeah, that whole thing was comedy gold right there. It was comedy gold. Yeah, and yeah, see, James is my guy. James is definitely my guy. Um, yeah, definitely support JLJ Media. Um, most people, there's a couple people that know who he is, but definitely support him. We gotta do another video at some point. It's just been so crazy. CW says he may not have this gene, but Michael is more like Sunny than he knows. More like Sunny and Carly, right? Tony D says, "Wake up, Sunny. Nina is a narcissist. Nothing is ever her fault. Don't be giving my girl Carly all the smoke." Here's the thing. Carly's my girl as well, but she kind of deserves it. Let's just be honest. She does deserve that. Mel says, "I was going to let you know that." What? Yeah, actually, that's I don't know how to feel about that, Mel. That's interesting, but at the same time, I'm like, to be fair, I was never into to the Fresh Prince, so I just find it so odd that one is a comedy and one is a drama. But to be fair, Sabrina was a comedy and it also was like a drama horror kind of thing. Oh, okay. I figured that, Solomon, but I want to sit there and ask just to double check. Now, Johnson says Guiding was actually in the same universe as the ABC soaps. That is so weird. That is so weird. Double C says they're not in the same universe. Okay. Juanita's in the chat. Juanita says how Bill looks a lot like. Now, Juanita says, however, hi everyone. Bill of looks a lot of men been to New Orleans lately. I don't get that. Um, but that's so odd though. So, Guiding Light's on channel two, right? Guiding Light's on channel two. Johnson says they actually are a Guiding Light character was mentioned on an episode like Love, but it's on a different station. So weird. It's so weird. Eagle Fang says, I don't think Dex is going to be on this show much longer. Why do you say that for? He's a marked man once. Oh, I didn't know he was on contract, Daisy Flower. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, Karen says Carly is never wrong. Yeah, that's definitely something that they have in common. Carly and Nina. You know, they're both delusional in their own way. But it's so weird though that they're not on the same they weren't on the same network, but yet you know they mention each other like they're in the same universe. Angela is in the chat. Angela says Sheila is how they get their ratings up. Well, you know, Eagle Fang is not so much about um I guess like I mean granted if they did fire him prematurely, then that would violate you know that'd be a contract violation. So they couldn't just I mean he would actually have to do something to get him fired. They couldn't just fire him if he was on contract, really. Now Kyrie says I barely watched the B&B since Quinn left the show. She was my favorite and the way they were. Oh yeah, it was Kyrie's. And then they actually sat there and they still use her image. Yeah, no, I heard about that, Solomon. Now, Double C's Guiding was on CBS. Okay. That's so weird. Because you would think that since it's on the same network, that they would just, you know, make that their own universe. I mean, it's kind of like when they did with the it's kind of like what they did with the Flash and Supergirl. When Flash was actually on the episode of Supergirl when it was on um CBS. I mean, granted, it made sense because they were both like the same parent company, but still. Major Flaw says yes, but it's a popular parent. Yeah, no, they're not going. He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere on Daisy Flower. Justin says, I think one of the producers or writers did both kind of nice name. That's so weird. I mean, it's cool, but it's so weird though, Jonathan. Mel says Bill and Sheila have one temporarily thing. Again, it won't last. Yeah, I mean, you know, things do usually come crashing down these soap opera style. Angela says in my area about 25 years ago, but I think it was all across the nation. Channel 9, this switch was actually Young and the Restless came on Channel 9, and Chase came on Channel 12. Then they switch frequently, and it's what? Oh, frequencies and it suck. So it says I think sometimes they crossovers. The soap operas based on production companies. Yeah, that's very true. I was just saying that about the Flash and Supergirl. When Supergirl was on CBS at the time. So yeah, no, that makes sense. Hmm. Now Ron says, Albert, I can't believe delusional fans saying that they should fire the writers. How would they fire how would they fire from their own show? Hmm. Well, at least, again, I respect that because at least you could sit there and call out some of the things that your favorite characters do. Even if you do like them, I kind of said I don't like Carly and Nina. Sam is my girl, but they have not given her anything to do since. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Karen. And it's funny too because I could have swore I did a video if Sam was needed, on the show anymore. They don't give her anything to do. And now they strapped her with Dante because, well, for some odd reason, that just made sense. Solomon says GL. Wow, Solomon, just looking at all those soaps, and it's like we have a fraction of that now. A fraction. And still, and only three of them are actually on the air. And Monique says, I didn't realize the little boy is Valentine was Anna and Valentine is Violet. Oh, I didn't. Oh, that's interesting. Thank you, Double C. Thank you. 43 people in the chat. 15 likes. So if you can hit the like button, that definitely does help. It definitely does help. It recommends new people to come on the stream like Angela and Tony D. And I think Sherry was on here. So it definitely does help. Definitely does help. Now someone says Michael Baldwin. I'm like, no. Wow. Very interesting. Yeah, did anyone actually watch Santa Barbara? I think that show, when did that show end? I don't see why not, Ron. I don't see why not. She's killing. She's been on that show for like years, so hey, they better give her an Emmy. Thank you, Kenya. Thank you. Yeah, hit the like button. It definitely does help. Definitely does. Thank you, Blackmon. Thank you. Yannick says, Albert, do you remember Chelsea? Really? Oh, crap. Where's my pen at? And that was her name, Jessica. Wow, and she does GH reviews. Okay. All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. I gotta get in contact with her. See if she wants to sit there and do a collab video at some point. But I'm glad to hear that she's back. And it's so funny, Nikisha, because like for a hot minute I couldn't remember her actual name. Yeah, thank you for letting me know, Nikisha. Double C says I can see who GH going to Hulu 2024, 2025. But if they keep up with what they're doing, like this slow pace and way too many characters, I can see that too, unfortunately. Now Victoria says, do you think we will actually see Dante and Sam renovating their home? Uh Very good question. I mean, does anyone actually like Sam and Dante together? I think that's really Tracy is in the chat. And Tracy said, yes, I watched it a few times. Tracy's in the chat. How you doing tonight, Tracy? Lady Flower says they are trying to make Spencer and Trina like, because, and you know, they can never be like Cruz and Ida or Etta. Eden? Yeah, Eden. Yeah, Karen. I want to know who Cruz and Eden is also. Kenya says Spencer and Trina don't need to be anyone more than enough. And John says, okay, I looked it up. Guiding Light was actually in the same universe as the world turns and another world. Okay, cool. So they did do some world building. It's always funny. You sit there and look at like stuff like the Marvel universe, and like, oh man, all the episodes, all the TV shows and movies are in the same universe. That's so crazy. That's really good thinking. They've been doing that for years on soap operas. Angela says no one cares about Sam and Dante, and Johnson says not really a fan. Juanita says look like someone got a voodoo doll. The pin is that Bill is under some kind of spell. Cat Lady says, can we, said we all just waiting for Lulu to wake up and shake things up for Dante and Sam. Someone says, Terry, Jack was a lot like Billy. I have no idea who they are. Um, the case is like, no, let Lulu, let her get a nap. Let her get her beauty sleep. Okay, thank you, Tony D. Victoria says, no poll needed regarding Santa. I'm glad you're doing good, Tracy. Thank you for joining, as always. It is always a pleasure to see you. So Mrs. Actor to play Lulu on, but I still haven't warmed up to Melissa. Oh, is that the other? Is that the other? Is that the new one's name? Oh, okay. So he was a Jack before. Okay. Karen says, "Give Dante and Sam an undercover and stuff. Give him something. Give him something. Anything." Okay. I should tell you the truth. Yeah, the new Abby is played by. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do a poem. There we go. Remember, I asked something else and it just completely obliterated. Yeah, they don't really do much with her anymore. Oh, Victoria says Sam and Dante. Oh, okay. Santa. Yeah. So that's the question. Do you want Lulu to wake up, or do you want her to stay her little tail asleep? That's the question. Daisy Flaw says Kelly is more lively and present than she's been in a while. I mean, that's great. It's just wish they would actually give her something to do. That's interesting. The Pier 54. I heard about that channel. Sean is in the chat. Sean says, I agree, bring Lulu back and let her be a real Spencer. How you doing tonight, Sean? Sean M. Nikki says Victoria was. Now Solomon says, have you ever seen clips of Michelle Stanford playing? No, no, I haven't. Johnson says if Nicholas is leaving, Laura should have at least one of her kids around. Yeah, like bring Lucky back, and not have Lucky be a deadbeat dad. That's yeah. That's old school right there, Nikisha Julia. I wonder what she's doing right now. And just says Michael needs to take a nap because he's angry at the world. Now, Nate says, yes, I want Lulu to wake up, but at the same time, would it matter? Jace barely cares about their couples and the ones they destroy. Tony D says, Lulu, who her son doesn't even talk about her. Damn. All right. I'm going to end that poll. I'm going to start another one now. Because I forgot which one. I forgot, somebody just said at least they should have one of her kids back. Williamson is in the chat. Williamson was good. Williamson says, but I really wish Julia would come back. I think a lot of people will want Julia to come back if they're going to bring Lulu back. I mean, don't get me wrong. It sucked the way what Jace did. Um, I can't just hit enter. I got to actually hit. I got to do all that. Now, double C's they can always recast Lucky. They did twice. Yeah. I like that answer, Anna. I like that answer. Yeah, I mean, Lucky coming back. I mean, let's be honest. This whole him moving to Ireland never really sat right with me. It never sat right with me. Now, Angela says, I wish Laura would leave because she serves no purpose as mayor. They need to quit acting like she's like that's not Sunny's town. What purpose does Laura have besides like budding? Because to be honest, she hasn't really seemed like she accomplished anything so far. You bring up a good point, Angela. Wow, so far 90% actually wants Lucky to come back. Only if he's played by JJ, aka Jonathan Jackson, aka the guy that was on that other show that I can't remember now. Nashville. Took me a minute. Medora's in the chat. Medora says, YNR, that necklace plan is falling apart. Victor is. Of course, I already know your answer, Cat Lady. I know your answer. I think I should know what your answer at this point right now. Now, John says it was announced today that has been canceled. Oh, wow. Jonathan, it's actually kind of a good thing that I didn't watch it because in the beginning I thought about reviewing it. But I was just too busy. Jonathan, I'm not surprised. Not surprised. They canceled 14 shows last year, I think. 14 shows they canceled. But yet, Warner Brothers decided to bring Velma back for a second season. Yay! That was my version of a happy dance. Jessica says, I see no purpose in Lucky coming back. Not even for the kids? I mean, at the very least, I don't know what a nurse's salary is, but Medora says it's more of Medora says it's more of Miss Wu's town than Sunny. She owns everything. Now Sean M says new Gossip Girl's awful, pretty cast, awful story. I did love, I should tell you, I did love the original Gossip Girl. I love the original Gossip Girl. Now, David Flower says the actor lives in. Oh, he actually lives in Ireland. Okay. Now, Nikki says Lucky could come back for the 60th. Dante needs a partner. Chase shouldn't be a cop. He has anger issues. Now, Mel says Victor and Nikki are going to ballistic on Jack. Oh, okay, that's what that's when you sent to talk about the necklace. Atara. Atara says, "Hello, Michael is being a hypocrite right now. How much people he wants to be, how much people he wants to be mad at." How are you doing tonight, Atara? Thank you for joining. See, this is what happens when we hit the like button. Okay, this is what happens when we hit the like button. We do get some new people in here. So when I say hit the like button, it's not just because I want to be I'm acting like a YouTuber or whatever. I'm gonna call you Junior. Um, Diane will get hers. Diane will get hers. I had to think about Diane for a minute. Who he was talking about? I was like, Diane Miller? No, Diane will get hers. Hmm. I mean, I don't think that those charges are gonna stick. Junior, I really don't. Now, Atara says I'm good. I found your channel recently and decided to stay. Thank you, Atara. Thank you. My God, I appreciate that. I really do. So thank you for joining. We have a You ask anyone in the chat. We usually have a lot of fun. Um, so thank you for checking my channel out. Appreciate it. Mel says I trust Adam more than I trust Kyle because Adam is not doing anything wrong. Sean M says my favorite character is Maxie. What are they doing with her? The all system is bad. Yeah, I mean they show him once. They show him like once a month. They don't really do the character any justice. He started off with Promise, even though I wasn't a fan of him just coming back as a different character. Oh no, Junior, I got that. But my whole thing is like those three women have Diane living in her head rent free, and it's just ridiculous. And Daisy Fly says, "I like Michael, but he can't mad at Carly since it was Willow who kept her illness safe." Yeah, I don't. I think he's mad, but I don't think he's going to be as mad. Like not mad like with Sunny. And Nikki says Velma is awful. I think they should just made a new cartoon. So yeah, exactly. In case because that's the thing. That's what somebody else said too. It was like if they named the show anything else, it wouldn't have been as insulting. It wouldn't have been as insulting. Nikisha, somebody was saying, I think his name was Moist Critical. He was like, you know, it almost feels like somebody really didn't like Scooby Doo. Like they didn't like the IP to sit there and make the show that awful. Because I heard it was just like god awful. I have no interest in seeing it, and I think the actor is just enjoying the fact that people are so angry because it's almost like they did everything that they possibly could to make sure that people were mad at it. And Double C says I saw the reviews of Velma and it's funny. This is not a Scooby Doo series. It's an agenda series. It's worse than that though. Yeah, I mean it is an agenda series, but it's worse than that. It's like they're insulting people who actually love Scooby Doo, and that's the real crime of that. Yeah, no, I wouldn't watch it. I wouldn't watch it, Atari. Atari, I wouldn't watch it. It's really crazy. I didn't find out until I was an adult. The Scooby Doo van. Every time they would get out, they would always have like this puff of smoke or whatever. Until I got into an adult, until I got into an adult, I didn't realize what that actually was. I can't believe they actually peddled that to kids. Like, really? Now Johnson said they haven't made any decisions with them yet. So far, it has negative reactions. Yeah, a lot of people are watching it out of like they hate watching it pretty much. That's what it comes down to. They hate watching it. And Medora says B&B is wacky. Oh yeah, but I have to tell you that I think that's what I'm actually loving about it though, because it's so over the top. It's literally so out there. Now, Junior says Diane left her fingerprints on a necklace. Ooh, I didn't think of that. I know, I know. Um, and it's again, it's so weird because it went over my head as a kid. The Havlin is in the chat. What's good to Havlin? Um, but as a kid, it just, I mean, even in my teenage years, I didn't think about it much. And it was only until somebody else told me, like Albert, you do understand that, like, um, every time they get out the van, and but I didn't notice. I didn't notice the red eyes now. Wow, and that cartoon was for kids. Uh, I love it. I mean, well, no, not really. All right, I'm gonna end this poem. Wow, 89% said yes. 89% said yes. Very interesting. Yeah, Mel, they did. They did. It was a straight to DVD movie, and it looked like ass. It had some actress named I forgot this chick's name. I don't really like her so far. Sarah Jeffries, or yeah, Sarah Jeffries, and some other chick that I never heard of. So yeah, Junior. Here's the thing with Kristen getting arrested. It ain't gonna stick. It ain't gonna. I mean, it's not that it's not gonna stick, but I, Junior. I put it this way. I feel like Kristen is like Carmen Sandiego. Okay, she's going to find a way to get out, and then she's gonna be, that's how you do it. It's the same thing with Jan Spears sometimes. Sean says Sean says Roger should not have been Franco or Austin when Todd isn't at work. They should have just created a whole new age appropriate character. Hmm. Johnson says I heard the CW is going to air live sports. And the sad thing, Johnson, I have nothing against sports or anything like that, but the only thing that it sounds like, Johnson, it sounds like they're going to take the CW and make it so unrecognizable that people are just going to be like, what am I even going to be watching? Live sport? Like, what? I'm pretty sure there's a sports channel for that. I mean, there's a channel for that, a sports channel. It's called ESPN. Now, Makai says Victoria saw tight around Chelsea with the boys, just wanted to. Exactly. I'm not going to lie, Makai. I sat there and I watched that scene. I'm like, is she so, like, I feel like she's the type of woman that you can literally just call her a Karen. Like, literally. Oh, Mel said, I'd rather watch Harley Quinn. I forgot that was another animated show because they pretty much canceled almost all their animated shows. So I forgot Harley Quinn is still on there. Now Monique says to me James Franco was the best Franco. I did like him as I did like him as James Franco. I mean I did like him as Franco. It was just so odd. He comes in and his name is literally Franco. Dora says I prefer Scooby Doo cartoons than the movies. Yeah. No, I mean those movies are just cash cows. You know, they're just a way. Johnson said, just cough, just cough. Jonathan, I heard that they were going to be making a CW for a much older demographic, but Jesus Christ. I hate that so much. Someone says maybe Michael Mother Gloria should come back and buy society. She did used to run Lamore. I'm not gonna lie, Solomon. When you said Michael, I was like, Michael who? Which was Michael? Now WC says CW might as well bring WD back. Yeah, exactly. At this point, why not? Well, WC didn't they used to actually? Oh yeah, they used to have WWE on there. Then they took it off. Now Cheyenne's in the chat. Cheyenne says just finished a live stream with Falcon and Jesse. Oh, okay, nice. I hope you have fun. Now Nikisha, I just went and watched Daphne. Oh, Daphne and Velma Trailer. I can't believe that. Oh yeah, no, Nikisha. Yeah, no, it went straight. It went straight to DVD. It went straight to DVD. It looked bad. It sometimes with certain things, I just don't know. They don't. I don't even like. I don't even have words to describe just how bad it was. Um, and of course, when they put Sarah Jeffries as Daphne, it just looked god awful. It just looks so bad. Have a good night, Kenya. Thank you for joining. But they've been trying with that and Nancy Drew for a hot minute. Like they tried to make a bunch of Nancy Drew movies and it just didn't work out. And I think with Nancy Drew is because it's in a certain time period. Like it's like in the 80s or 70s, and even the show that's on the CW doesn't really look that great. Justin says AEW would be good. The CW. But to be fair, I do like Riverdale, so yeah, sometimes these things have their ups and down purposes. I'll say. Um, Tara says, I wonder what is the purpose of Marshall and GH because he used to be super boring. Because he's super boring. I wonder if he's lying about the illness. Yeah, I don't really. I can agree with that. Atara, I can agree with that. I'm starting to wonder his purpose too. But to be fair, if they actually, here's the thing, Atara, when he first came on, they did have some mystery behind the story, and it did seem like it was going to be good. Um, yeah, did anyone actually see Megan? It's a good question, Monique. I'm waiting for Megan to come on DVD. I'm waiting for it to come on DVD. Um, I can just watch it on one of my many streaming platforms now. Apparently, um, but yeah, I think I'm gonna sit there and end the stream right here, just because I do want to sit there and try to do this GH review before I go to sleep tonight. Since I got to wake up at the how do you say the ass crack of morning, as in like 4 o'clock in the morning. But I do want to thank everyone for joining. Um, Hopefully on Wednesday, or Wednesday comes up, hit my cable box, and I can be up a little bit more. Um, yes, Hat Daddy, Sean. That's what we call him. We call him Hat Daddy. Have a good night, Karen. Have a good night, Atara. Have a good night, Monique. Have a good night, Cat Lady. Have a good night, Nikisha. Have a good night, Karen. Thank you, Kyrie. Thank you so much. You are my rock star. I really appreciate you. Um, have a good night, Makai. Have a good night, Junior and Atara. Thank you for joining. Anna, thank you for joining. Makai, Mel, thank you for joining. Ron, Kyrie, thank you for joining. Thank you again. Have a good night, Atara. Thank you for joining. It was really great seeing you. I hope I see you in the next live stream as well, which will be tomorrow, same time. Have a good night, Juanita. Have a good night, Mel, Becky D, Daisy Flower. Have a good night, Juanita. Have a good night. And it said good call for waking up at old dark 30. Hmm. Yeah, have a good night, Angela. Thank you for joining as always. Thank you, Jonathan. Yes, see you tomorrow for another edition of Soap Chat. Yes, thank you. I may actually try to use that as my outro at some point. See you tomorrow for another edition of Soap Chat. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you, Becky G. So yeah, we got get some more likes in there. It does literally help. We got some new people up in the chat as well, so it is growing this channel. So thank you everyone, and thank you Becky D for saying that. My rock star, along with all my other rock stars, Monique, as well as another one of my rock stars. Monique said I had a friend that was like Marshall saying the difference she did. She had a did ODID and I. Hmm. Thank you, Jonathan. Another one of my rock stars. Yes. Leave a like on your way out because it really does help. Thank you, Blackmon. Thank you. You are my rock star as well. I really do appreciate you. Um, I'm only as good as the people that I have with me, and it's really nice to have people like you, Blackmon. So thank you, and thank you, everyone. Life with Jessica. Oh, okay, that's what it's for. All right, I will definitely. Let me spell it right. Let's see. Okay, thank you, Blackmon. Thank you, Nikisha. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you, Anna. Yeah, and I look forward to doing it too. It stuck. I couldn't do it yesterday, so but yes. Thank you, everyone. Stay safe, and I will see everyone in the next live stream. And thank you for the advice, Nikisha. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try to do a pin on it. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I appreciate having you as one of my subscribers. Also, Queen of the South. Thank you as well. All right, later, everyone.